and mechanics. And the mechanics we'll be seeing later on as well. And so I know I mentioned it yesterday, it didn't quite happen, but don't you worry. The walkouts for the Grand Prix themselves is the perfect opportunity to play kart mechanic bingo. Some absolute corkers in the paddock this morning. And the thing is even added a 7th element to the kart mechanic bingo list of items you need to be a kart mechanic. 36 drivers, well, there's 36 mechanics who now are hoping that they remembered one thing and one thing only. They remembered to bolt the karts together properly, because this is an absolutely world-class field. Pole position, defending Kart Masters champion Danny Curl. Then it is Oliver Hodgson on the outside of row 1. Thomas Turner on the inside of row 2 ahead of Jordan Brown-Nutley. Then it's Gus Lawrence and Callum Bradshaw, Jacob Stilp and Philip Rawson, Brett Ward and Stephen Letts, Elliot Harvey and William Petit, Ben Barnacote and Derek Morgan, Mark Kimber and Lewis Malin, Michael Rossina and David Sutton, Morgan Rose and Jack Dex, Owen Byatt and Ethan Hawkey. Back to top 22. Look all the way back to 26 of Flavio Camponeschi, one of the top karters of the last 10 to 15 years anywhere in the world. He's starting just in front of Dean Hales, who isn't one of the top karters anywhere in the world for the last 20 years, but he's a good laugh, and he doesn't mind me making fun of him on the microphone. And then Jack Mabin, Matthew Graham, Nathan Schaefer, and the other 3 B-final qualifiers off and running. And 36 senior X30 drivers get to the first corner at the pre-final at Kart Masters, led by Danny Curl. All go over the bridge 3 wide, and that is a beautiful sight. 36 karts heading down under the sunshine, which appears the first hairpin on lap number 1. Into hairpin number 2, Danny Curl, Oliver Hodgson, Thomas Turner, and Jordan Brown-Nutley, and they're still trying to sort themselves out. They're still too wide going into the Fullerton S's. They need to get themselves organised. It's Curl and Hodgson, first and second. Yellow flags waving down, and somebody has stopped on the exit of the Fullerton S. Looked like it could have been a Nick Barrett racing kart. It was Callum Barnett. Into the first hairpin. Hodgson has been muscled a little bit wide in the number 41 kart. He's wheeled to be with Gus Lawrence. Jordan Brown-Nutley is up in second, third place rather. Thomas Turner. Mark Baines Motorsport, number 124, up into second place. So Turner, now it's his job to chase down Danny Curl. And yellow flags waving at the entrance to the Fullerton S again, and Curl on that Fullerton chassis, head down, Turner chasing, then Brown-Nutley, Hodgson, Lawrence, then it's Jacob Stilp. There's Sam McConnell getting a warning flag. He grabbed the 36th and final place on this grid. So flashing through different chassis manufacturers, different teams. 80-mile-an-hour colour chart. Into the second hairpin. There's the green and white. The orange and black crash helmet of number 85, Gus Lawrence. Lawrence, Little Strawberry Racing from West Tilbury in 6th position, chasing former double Kart Masters champion, but not in this class, Oliver Hodgson. Hodgson in OK and Rotax. Jordan Brown-Nutley in number 117. He was doing double duties, withdrawn from senior OK. Jordan Brown-Nutley leading the European Senior and the European X30 Championship. Lawrence moved past that, 58.27 seconds. Thomas Turner, meanwhile, is closing in on Danny Curl. So, 1-2-4. Mark Baines Motorsport Tony Kart chassis. Turner from Rotherham turns into the Fullerton S's. And chases Curl down the back straight into Bobby Game Corner. Now the Mike Wilson complex. The gap with 8.5 minutes to go, just under 8.5 minutes to go. It's about half a dozen kart lengths. Hodgson third, Lawrence in fourth. Then it's Brown Nutley who slipped back to fifth, followed by Callum Bradshaw and the factory CRG team. CRG GB are here with Bradshaw, one of their drivers. They're there with Campaneschi and Michael Rossina as well. And down the order, there goes Bradshaw in the 25, followed by Jacob Stilp, and in the number 144 of Stephen Lex, another former Kartmaster champion. He's 8th, ahead of another former Kartmaster champion, Philip Rawson in 9th. Then it's Derek Morgan in 10th, Elliot Harvey 11th, Ben Barnacote, number 24 Fullerton Kart is 12th. There goes Hodgson past Turner, and Turner gets squeezed a little bit wide. He may lose another place to Lawrence. No, he doesn't. So Hodgson now moves into second place. But Danny Curl, well, Curl, he didn't win the last heat yesterday. That went to Ben Barnacote in an absolute cracker of a race. Of course, Ben Barnacote had a kart failure earlier on in the weekend, which is why he started back on the something row, not in the top, in the 7th row. And I have to say, Barnacote has only made it up as far as 11th at the moment. Still 7 minutes to go of this race. Lawrence right behind Turner. Down the hill they come. Brown Nutley in the Dan Holland Racing number 117 is there in 5th. Then a slight gap developing out. Oh, and there's Gus Lawrence making a move on Thomas Turner, and it worked. Brown Nutley now looks at the inside of Turner, and that move sticks as well. I was going to say there's a gap developing back to Callum Bradshaw in 6th, but there isn't now. And he's got Stilp and the Mad Croc, Letts, Rawson, Ben Barnacote rounding out the top 10. Harvey 11th, Morgan 12th, Brett Ward 13th, David Sutton is 14th, then Mark Kimber down in 15th place. The list of champions is all the way down the running order. There's Curl. Lewis Malin is 16th, followed by Owen Byatt, Michael Rossina, Josh Skelton and Morgan Rose. Where has Flavio Campaneschi gone? And the answer is down to 24th. Well, Hodgson sets a new fast lap as he now hunts down Danny Curl. So there's a couple of battles that you just want to see. When you look at the entry list, you think, I'd love to see Barnacote and Curl go for it for the win. And that happened yesterday afternoon. And then you think, I'd love to see Curl and Hodgson go for it. And that could happen any moment now if Oliver Hodgson continues his pace. Just set a new fastest lap, 58.02. Barnacote being chased through the Body Game Corner on your screens now by Elliot Harvey, 37, Dan Holland Kart, and there's Harvey's teammate Jordan Brown Nutley in 4th place. But Hodgson, well, the gap has come down to 0.3 of a second. Oliver Hodgson, well, he needs to get Danny Curl because all this is about psychology. We talked about psychology quite a lot in this class with all these very talented drivers, and you probably think to yourself, Henry, shut up. You think that yourself anyway, but I'm serious when I say that all these drivers know that the next race that they do after this one is the most important race that they will do. And they need to let their rivals know that they could pass them if they wanted to. They can't let their rivals, their chief rivals, go into the Grand Prix thinking, I got this one, I can do it, I'm the best kart. Because they'll think that and then think, oh, but he was about to pass me and he didn't. He could have. Could he have? Maybe. Put an element of doubt in you. They're all just trying it on with one another, almost. Who's got the most bottle? Who's the strongest mentally? Won't crack under the pressure. Hodgson is about to start turning the screw ever so gently on Danny Curl. See how much pressure he can take. Thus Lawrence sets a new fast lap in 3rd place. He is not out of this one yet. We've got 4 minutes to go and about 6 inches between the top 2. Lawrence 3rd, Brown Nutley 4th, 5th for Turner, 6th for Bradshaw, 7th for Jacob Still. Barnacote now up to 8th. Followed by Letts, Harvey, Morgan, Rawson, Ward, Kimber and David Sutton. That's your top 15. And you could basically throw those 15 names up in the air, and whatever order they landed in, if you said that's the result of Kartmaster 2017, you go, yeah, that seems fair. That is how strong this field is. On to the banking. This is now lap number 10. Hodgson, well, Danny Phil will know Oliver Hodgson is there. You will be able to sense the sound of the second engine. And he will see flash in his peripheral vision, even so much as the shadows on the racetrack. And we'll see if Danny Phil takes a look over his shoulder anytime soon. Hodgson gets a good run out of the second hairpin up the short chute. You know, in the younger drivers, especially in the cadets, you've seen them looking over their shoulder all the time, looking over their shoulder to try and defend. The more experience you get, drivers know that every time you are not looking at the track in front of you, there's a slightly higher percentage that you're going to do something silly and throw it off. So they will minimise that. Let's have a look. Down main straight, curl, head down, just pushing on. Hodgson darts out from behind him, takes the race lead away. 2 minutes to go. Oliver Hodgson, P1, Curl back to P2. Now, what will Danny Curl do? Will Danny Curl want to sit behind Oliver Hodgson and watch to see where that number 41 Birrell ART car is strong? Now Curl looks over his shoulder to see, okay, who else have I got to deal with? The answer is Gus Lawrence, and then there's a gap because Turner, Brown, Nutley, Bradshaw, and Still trying to go round the second hairpin four abreast. And Turner resolves that issue in his favour. Now Brown Nutley dives at the inside and Callum Bradshaw follows through. Didn't mean to say it like that. Follows him through. Freudian slip. So Brown Nutley at the fourth. The battle is now 2 seconds behind the top three. And on to the start line. So Hodgson with Curl right behind him. Curl on to the banking. Looks to the inside, repasses Oliver Hodgson nice and quickly because he was thinking, I don't want to be stuck behind Hodgson when Gus Lawrence arrives on the scene. Lawrence is only about 4 kart lengths back, but now with a minute to go, Curl taking a little bit of a defensive line to the first hairpin. He actually missed the apex there, and that will invite Hodgson to attack. Curl defends, Hodgson will try the crossover move, classic PFI. Crisscross move with the hairpins. Hodgson toughs it out on the inside. Curl slots in behind. Back to second. Lawrence closing in to third with 30 seconds to go. Behind them, Brown Nutley is still fourth, and it's Bradshaw fifth. And there's still 34 drivers running. Callum Barnett went out on the first lap, and Henry Laws has retired. But everyone else is still out there. 20 seconds to go. We start the penultimate lap. Curl looks to the inside, passes Hodgson. Hodgson starts at the second. Now will Hodgson dive to the inside? Curl now take a long look over his shoulder, so he dives to the inside. Hodgson will try and go wide. Lawrence will take a nose where it's not wanted. Now Lawrence goes to the outside, but Hodgson will try and repeat the move that he did last lap. He's alongside Curl. Now Curl squeezes him over. He didn't do this last lap. On the previous lap, and Hodgson still sticks it out on the inside. Oh, and there's a kart coming onto the track. Oh my goodness me, there was a crash behind them, and a couple of drivers went through the barriers just as Hodgson and Curl were going side by side. That could have been catastrophic, but it wasn't, and Hodgson will come out, and the last lap board is out. Hodgson leads. Gus Lawrence is second, and I think Danny Gill had to back out of that. It was going side by side through the Fullerton S, and suddenly a car appeared. They speared off on the run down towards the first hairpin, and understandably Danny Gill had to back out of that one then. Lawrence second, Curl third, Bradshaw fourth, Brown Nutley fifth, sixth for Stilp, and there goes Stilp around the outside of Brown Nutley. Is he going to get squeezed? Lawrence defending second, Barnacote and Turner side by side. There are yellow flags waving at the first hairpin. Oliver Hodgson has got this one in the bag. Who's going to be second? Is it going to be Lawrence, Curl, Bradshaw, or Brown Nutley? On to the final straight. Checkered flag in the air. Hodgson wins. It's Lawrence who takes second. Then it's Danny Curl third. Bradshaw is fourth. Brown Nutley is fifth. Sixth for Jacob Stilp. Seventh for Thomas Turner. Eighth for Ben Barnacote. Elliot Harvey finishes ninth. Owen Byatt rounds out the top 10. A good result for Owen. He started down in 21st place. 11th for Mark Kimber, then Stephen Letts, David Sutton and Lewis Malin in 14th position, and Brett Ward rounding out the top 15. Josh Skelton was 16th, followed by Italy's Michael Rossina, and he was the leading Italian driver home of the two Italians. William Petit 18th, then Morgan Rose and Charlie Lamb rounding out the top 20. Philip Rawson dropped back there at the end, down to 21st. Then it's Bradley Pennell, Jack Dex, Dean Hale and Ethan Hawkey in 25th. Nathan Chafer 26th, then Nicholas Taylor, Ben Davis, Jack Mabin and Tom Sharp Reynolds. Now the drivers that were maybe involved in that accident, we lost, well, Flavio Campaneschi was definitely one of them because his car was parked in the barriers. Matthew Graham was also involved in that incident, I believe. Sam McDonnell and Derek Morgan also. So we nearly, wow, that was nearly something very, very serious. And I didn't quite catch the identity of the driver that did go through the barriers on the opposite side. But luckily, disaster was avoided, although Danny Curl